Okay, what I'm trying to show here, we've got a QIHUI mechanical kit that cost me about $25. It's got 342 pieces. All these pieces, they are Lego Technic type pieces. We've got a controller that has motors, and the motors drive these cogs. And the cogs, like that cog right there, are connected to the motors by an axle. And here's the problem. The axle is too short. So I'm explaining here how we're going to be able to add two of these cogs onto red motors, the DC motors, plug those wires into our motor driver, and use the Microbit app to drive the tank backward and forward, or in this case it's a backhoe or some kind of an excavation device. We need to be able to connect our cogs to our short axle on a red motor so that we can connect the treads. And what I've found is this connector, which usually works with your Lego Technic parts, is too short unless you glue it. And I really don't like to do that, so what I'm using instead of this connector is a worm gear, which is longer, to connect this to this. The problem is the worm gears are always too loose on the shaft. So what we're doing now is using hot glue, and you don't even need to have a hot glue gun. Just use the hot glue and a cigarette lighter or a match to soften it, and then glue this worm gear to this shaft and then to this axle, and that's what we've done right here. You can see it's got a worm gear connecting, and therefore we now can connect that cog right there to the tread, and then use our Yahboom BST Microbit app to drive this. We can also use other functions like our marquee light, it's called, and flowing light. We can use all these different functions of this app. There'll be more on this as we get this excavator built up with motors. This does not come with motors. We're adding this motor driver and these red motors and this Microbit app. There'll be more.